Peace world, it's your boy Izzy'z Jones, man, and I'm coming to you live from Izzy'z Corner. And today, we'll be doing my first unboxing. I got like 30 comics. I bought a variety pack from Plug. I might give y'all a little plug, but they ain't giving me no endorsement deal, so they don't get no free promo. But for y'all, I will give y'all that exclusive, man. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I caught. I caught the variety pack. There's about 30 comics in here. Honestly, I don't know what I'm about to get into, so we just gonna have to wait and see what we about to get into, man. You know what I'm saying? I love opening brand new packages. You guys ever get new packages and just like fall in love? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, boy, they gave me so much fun. So I think I'm gonna open these small ones first. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna open this big one a little later. You dig what I'm saying? Oh yeah, yeah. We got a little variety pack of that Young Blood done by Alan Moore. Then we got a special one in here called the Hip Hop Family Tree. Y'all don't know nothing about that. And then we got this big variety pack. So I'm gonna give y'all that little small package first just to show y'all a little something, give y'all a little insight on what's going on, adding some gems to my collection as we go on, you know what I'm saying? So look at this, okay? So we got that Young Blood. That Young Blood written by Alan Moore, man. The Image Comics. It was written in, I want to say, 1998. That 1998. This is the third series. So he didn't do a lot of these. He got them canceled probably after like 3 issues. You know, look at this. Look at that back cover. You can't tell me that's not ill. But that's Slick Rick the Ruler. You dig what I'm saying? What's that, a little 38 or something? Look at this, you know, they're giving you respect to Grandmaster Flash. They're giving it to Melly Mel, Keith Cowboy, Kid Creole, Mr. Ness, and Raheem. You know what I'm saying? Hip Hop Family Tree. Y'all should cop this. Fancy graphic books. Very beautiful, man. You see this? So anybody that want to get some knowledge on hip hop, go ahead and go to Fancy Graphic Books. Copy you some Hip Hop Family Tree. It'll take you straight back to the late 60s, late 70s, late 80s. It details all of it, actually. I just hope they do something that commemorates hip hop today, you know, because the Hip Hop Family Tree is forever growing. Now, it's been a couple people telling me I don't want no smoke with my comic book collection. And I'm letting y'all know this is all new, like brand new. When I say new, I mean just pulled it out the box. Y'all seen me open it. I haven't read or touched none of this. I don't know what's in here. I have no clue. It's a variety pack. I have no clue what's coming my way. I have no clue what I bought. I know some DC in here. I know some Marvel in here. It might even be some Image Comics or something like the IDW or something like that up in here. So we just gonna have to bust it open and see what we working with. You dig what I'm saying? Oh man, they didn't even give me no. Then they just got the books in here, raw meat. Come on, pause. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Why they did me like that? They didn't give me no backs, no containers, no nothing. Damn, I'm kind of fucked up off that one. Damn, I gotta keep these joints in. Keep these joints in pure form. So we got this Green Arrow, written by Mark Ryan, Mark Grill, and Shed Pencils, and probably did the art. This one was printed in 1991. This is the 50th anniversary Green Arrow. It's kind of interesting, man. Then we got some Valiant. I've never read this before. They just put me onto something. Valiant Comics, I know about them, but the Eternal Warrior. You gotta see that. Anybody watching this video who knows about that, put me on, please. I got some Crossgen Comics. See, they giving me some new stuff. Barbara Kessel, the first. Let's look at this artwork real quick. Whoa, yo, they kind of going crazy. Ingra, Orion. Look at it. Look at the colorways. Just the prestige of the artwork to me is what's captivating me right now. It looks a little Victorian. I can dig Victorian. Ooh, power. I could dig Victorian. I could dig it. They seem like they are based on most of women's silhouettes and things like that, and the Oversiege of Darkness. Whoa, you guys, look at that panel right there. You guys see that? Probably shouldn't even be showing y'all that because, you know, they might be trying to sue me out there, but this is dope. This is dope. Shout out to you guys. All of these in my hand I pulled out seem to be lesser known titles on top of bigger known titles. And I'm not really against it. I'm actually here to show you guys everything I've got, everything in this unboxing. I'm letting you guys know that a variety pack is worth it if you're looking to beef up your comic book collection, you're looking to get more into comics and not really knowing where to go or who to read. I say the variety pack is your best bet to go. Okay, now we have the Elementals from Comico. This was written and published in 1991, May. This is issue number 17 of the Elementals. I'm a little intrigued by this simply because of the colors. It's a little more adhering to like the original Fantastic Four kind of art style, especially from issues 1 to maybe like issue 10. Really colorful, really bright, really vibrant. It seems like the story might be very science fiction based, and it seems like something I will be interested in reading going forward. So we're gonna put that over here. This is a Marvel comic here, and this is Civil War II. Shout out to Brian Michael Bendis and Oliver Copiel. You know, I love Civil War I. I was a big fan of the Civil War I story arc, so Civil War II seems really interesting. This is issue number 0. So usually issue number 0s are at the beginning of an arc or at the bare end of an arc. A bridge gap, usually. So this is even a newer comic, you know. They gave me some stuff from the 90s, they're giving me stuff from a couple years ago in this decade. Very interesting to me. Now here we have some first comics, which seems to be a pastiche of maybe Animal Man. This is the Badger. He seems maybe a pastiche of Animal Man, a couple different things like that. I'm not sure if this is a serious comic or this is a gag comic. I see nuns with guns. On the 5th page, I see nuns with guns. Usually when you see nuns with guns, it's either it's super serious or it's super hilarious. And I'm gonna go on the side of super hilarious because now there is a dump truck with a axle and a chainsaw attached to it. They really went all out for that. And I'm really liking the colors. It seems like a really fun book. It seems really interesting. Shout out to First Comics, Michael Barron, Ron Lim, and Paul Abrams for that one. Charlemagne, not the guy, but you know, Charlemagne. This seems to me like a guy with no powers. And I love stories where they're based more on human feats, where there's a guy who's maybe a superhero or he might save the day, and he goes against all of these big, powerful people, super strong. He might have super strength here, but they're more grounded in reality. It's a lot of watercolors. Here. It's a lot of details, a lot of facial expressions. It seems to be rooted in his emotion and his experience. See here, he's crying on a rooftop. You never want to get to a place in real life where you're crying on a rooftop, but when a character cries on a rooftop, there's usually a deeper story arc. There's a back end to it. He doesn't have on shoes, and you guys know me. I used to perform barefoot, so I can understand this guy a little bit. He's just in the subway with no shoes. We're living in a time where I just seen in New York that they just cleaned the subway for the first time in 115 years. So if this book was written anytime before 2019, I would be a little worried. See how it was written in 1994 and published. Him walking around and with dog tags, a ripped shirt, fatigue jeans, and no shoes is a little alarming to his health, but He seems like a good guy. Now, this is the Marvel Civil War. This was the Civil War they did in 2006, the original Civil War that I read, where the Civil War begins. You see, they even have a little RV in the back, R.P. Robin Williams. Black Panther's one of the most recognizable comic book, superhero, all of the above characters in today's time. But honestly, in the 60s, he wasn't as popular. So I can understand why he was such a big force coming into the 2000s, especially with more people being interested in black people in comics, people of color within comics. And this is a storyline in the universe where him and Storm were together. A lot of people don't know that they weren't always together, they weren't always a couple, but this here lets you know that our king and queen and our Wakandan king were together at this point. Marvel, you guys have a little bit of questions that you might have to answer. The Stalkers is a very alarming title. Now, I don't know what this book is about quite yet. And the first thing they introduced me to is a guy named Jone. This was 1990. This is issue number 6 of Stalkers. But this image right here at the bottom is a little worrisome. He doesn't look like he wants to be kissed. This is what happens when folks kiss and tell. Okay, this is a story about just a pilgrim. Now, Pilgrim seems to have lost an eye, and he has a cross burnt in his face. This is another Innocent Esquerra collab. This is the second one in this variety pack. I'm not against it. I love war stories. I love cowboy stories, especially in comics, because like I said, they are rooted in reality a lot. They're rooted in, even when they get a little science fiction and a little out there, they still always come back down to earth. And coming back down to earth is very important. Shout out to the Nightman, you know, Malibu Comics. Now, they gave me the Flash. I got something out of this variety pack that I think is worthwhile. This is Flash, issue number 41. This is volume 2. This is Barry Allen, if I'm not mistaken. Trapped by a world going mad. I'm really interested to see how Barry Allen goes through this. This seems like a pre-crisis story, and that seems very intriguing to me. Now, Captain Marvel. This Captain Marvel you guys might not know about. This seems like a Captain Marvel that is based on Marvel, or another iteration outside of Carol Danvers. She's dope, but Marvel was always interesting to me, and the other men of Captain Marvel were always interesting to me because they never were just routed and going in outer space. They were kind of more in one place all the time. Now, this artwork is really cool. They got an ad in here of one of my favorite cartoons ever, Timo Supremo. If you guys don't know about this, show your kids this. It's a really great show for kids to watch. Really great show. I have Warriors of the Plasma. The Ultra Force by Malibu Comics. Now, what is really important here is to point out that is Black Knight. You guys see that? That's Black Knight. Now, Black Knight appears in a lot of different comics over time. From Marvel, Eternals, in his own line. His sword is super powerful. You guys pay attention to Black Knight. Watch this. Why is she holding a baby on a fire escape? First comics, you have explaining to do. I know there's probably a reason. Shout out to Sable. But why does she have the baby and in the army fatigue with grenades? I wonder where our minds are when we write comics. Sometimes I wonder. The Last Defenders, especially Marvel. Casey and Giffen and Muniz, they've done something really interesting here in 2008. I really like The Last Defenders. They brought together a lot of different characters throughout the Marvel Universe, like Colossus and She-Hulk and Ghost Rider here, that you probably wouldn't normally see together, but they did it. They did it really great. So I also have some Prime, who to me was always a Superman pastiche, but you know, that's neither here nor there. He was always super strong, but he also killed. So he just seemed like something that was Superman if he was out of control. But honestly, here they show you that this may be the real Prime, and this may not be. But here it seems like the guy has green blood and he's killing them. So that kind of intrigues me to know and read and see where that might go. On the last one I have here that I want to show you guys is Mantra. Barry Windsor and Smith's Ruin. They did something really cool here in the Ultraverse. The Ultraverse is one of my favorite non-mainstream universes in comics, simply because they've taken their time to bridge gaps in stories that a lot of people don't really take the time to do. Published in 1993. Really great, specific artwork, really beautiful coloring, really intense. So, yeah. Out of all of this, I'm gonna be honest, my favorites that are anticipating me what I want to read out of this variety pack and this new bundle here is this Flash story and Hip Hop Family Tree. So you guys stay tuned for more. I'm glad you guys watched maybe all 15 to 20 minutes of this, and we'll be back next week with another video, a review of some of my favorite comics ever to be published. I just want you all to have a great day. Keep reading, keep thriving, and this was Izzy'z Corner.